hello, and welcome to a
Nope.
unusual episode.
It's only you on the screen.
Oh,
Hey, there we go.
hey, welcome to a different type of unusual episode. This episode is
We mixed it up a little bit.
It's in two parts. We had maybe a little bit of an emergency situation, so we're going to do a non-spoiler review of the Nevers up to episode 5, and then episode 6. There's lots of things that happen, and
we're gonna publish this in two parts. So 2 parts, spoilery and non-spoilery in opposite order.
Yeah, so make sure you are subscribed. They will come out a couple days apart, and that's that. And
awesome.
And here we go on with the podcast.
Yay!
Are you ready?
Sure. Yeah.
Oh yeah. There's a podcast.
What? Sorry, I went down a rabbit hole looking for. I was just looking at what's going on with music in general, and there's on AV Club's website. There's a Bonnie Prince Billy article, and I was like, oh hey, how about that?
Who's that?
He's a Louisville guy.
Oh.
Yeah. This dude is like prolific. He's got 1 billion albums. They're all on Spotify. He lives in the like folk Americana realm, I feel, but I could be wrong about that because I haven't listened to all of it.
Speaking of Spotify.
Yeah. Ooh, we got some breaking news.
Yeah, no, I did officially drop the old school hip hop mixtape beat album thing. So it's on the Spotify, and just look up the Jakey Wakey, and
nice.
You can listen to that.
I'll put that down and make a little note.
Yeah, I'll put the link in the description. Yeah, so it's like old school hip hop, and then I think the next one I'm gonna do is gonna be like a more modern, more sound designy, more. I've kind of got some ideas for some weird sounds.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's coming up. So make sure you follow the Jakey Wakey.
Jakey Wakey. Jakey Wakey.
In news today, what do we got? We got
some breaking news.
We got some breaking news on the the recasting of the casting. We're seeing a lot of recasting.
It's the rebooting of the rebooting.
Yeah. So we got some of that to talk about with the G.I. Joe situation, and then before we get into that, we'll do the Nevers. So from what you're telling me,
yes,
they're breaking the season into two parts.
Yes,
and
so we are at a mid-season break after episode 6. I have seen all 6 episodes. You've seen the first 5.
Correct. Yeah.
Correct. Let me tell you, man, the first 10 minutes of episode 6 are going to blow your mind.
Okay. I'll be mind blown. The first 10 minutes.
Mind blown.
Right away.
So,
they don't wait till the end.
Oh, no. It is right out of the gate like...
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If you've got a DVR situation, or I guess you'll be watching it on the HBO Max. So you'll be able to rewind if there's... Wait, what did they say? Because we had to do that for the whole episode. We had to do that maybe 3 times. Be like, wait, hold on. Let's go back. Let's take a minute.
Oh, no.
See/hear everything that was said again.
So it's like way more thought-provoking than we anticipated.
There's just a lot going on, and there's just like a lot of information. Here's what I like about the show. They just make these like offhand comments that mean something huge, but it's just a throwaway line.
It's just like a...
Yeah, and...
What are they calling? They call it there's a word for it.
It's not an Easter egg. It's like a thread. They're just...
We'll say thread.
We'll call dropping it a thread. Little seeds. Little knowledge seeds.
Yeah.
Just a little knowledge seed, and then you hope 3 episodes later it's going to grow into a plant.
Yeah. Foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing, yes.
There we go. That's the word.
Yeah. So they just have these little throwaway lines or little glances. It's like in Star Wars when Aunt Beru and Uncle Owen have those little looks across the table, and you're like, what does that look mean? And then later on you figure out, oh, his father's Darth Vader. It's complicated. Yeah. There's a lot of that in this show, and they don't feel the need to explain everything, but they do. I'm trying to speak in code here.
Yeah, no, I understand. You're not trying to spoil it.
No, this will be a fun before and after for you.
Yeah. Okay. Because from my point of view so far, this is a Victorian era, somewhat steampunk with some magic / superpowers thrown in. Right. So if you're not familiar with the Nevers, which is what we're talking about, that seems to be what this is from my point of view. Only having seen the first 5 episodes without the enlightened reveal here.
That is still the show. It's still the show. Yeah, 100%. Like, The show is the show, and all of the characters that we've been investing in are the characters that we are invested in and will continue to invest in. But yeah, it is, Victorian era, kind of X-Men. All of a sudden, one day, people wake up with some extra stuff. If you haven't watched the show, I don't want to go into that.
Yeah, we don't. But it does explain it, but it's not really. But you get a hint, I guess, maybe some foreshadowing. So you see some things drop, some nuggets, and for some reason, it's mostly affecting women, but there are some men that are affected with these powers. They call them the Touched, which I'm not sure is an appropriate name because it's kind of creepy. If you're Joss Whedon,
I don't think you can use the word.
I don't think you use the word touched.
Yeah, I think
he's just like, I'm just gonna go with it.
Look, I'm leaning in, man. I'm leaning in.
Yeah. This pro-woman, all women in my cast. I'm just gonna go harder on it. Yeah, why not?
All of these underage women keep getting powers after they've been touched.
I don't know, man. Like this could be a redemption for him, though. I mean, it's really intriguing storytelling. I think. From my point of view.
No, definitely. Look,
it's not like women power. Go women. It doesn't feel like that. It's just they happen to be mostly women. Yeah.
There's a certain emphasis on the burden that comes along with being touched.
Yeah.
So that is interesting.
You can't go back. You can't undo it. You can't.
Yeah. And then I tell you what, the guy Pip Torrens. He plays, what is it, like Lord Wesson or something?
That's really the bad thing about the show is for whatever reason, Amalia is the only character name I remember. Everyone else, like, it's just this blur. Like, I recognize them. I can follow the threads. But you have Amalia, and then you have the bad girl, which is, what's her name? Malady, which is...
But her name is also...
You're just spoiling it now. But
oh, sorry. Yeah.
Malady, which is funny because it's spelled Milady.
Oh, yeah, they do.
So it's like a dual meaning. And one of the other characters who is integral to the story mispronounces her name. I don't know how they let that slide and let her say Milady. Yeah, so that was like a big whoops. But hey, I guess there's a reason you don't really seem to be that into the show. You don't even understand the characters' names. But Mary called Malady Milady. Like it was like she was just reading the lines or whatever at some point. Yeah. A big slip up there. A little bit of a slip up. It bothered me. Like it bothered me for 2 episodes. Like it's just in the back of my mind. Like she doesn't respect the script at all. She's just here for the payday. Yeah.
I don't remember. Was that in the pipe, like in the boiler room scene?
She said it later when she was talking about her, but she wasn't in the room. So that's how it slipped by.
There's also like some hardcore accents going on. So I could chalk that up to just like they're playing around with Irish, Scottish, all kinds of stuff.
I don't know. It just bothered me. If you're going to call her Malady. I like that it has like dual meaning, but I don't know. I'm nitpicking.
You're such a curmudgeon.
But somebody should have got it, though. You know what I mean? Like they got people on set. They're paying for that. What do they call those people?
What are they called?
Yeah.
Oh, it starts with continuity.
Continuity people. Yeah. I don't have a chin, I think is a problem with this lighting.
What?
I don't have a chin. There. Maybe I don't have a chin too.
I grow the beard to mask my weak chin.
Yeah,
I couldn't play Batman. I don't have the jawline for it.
You could if you you could do it
if I worked out hardcore. But I'm also only 5'10" and a half, so I don't think I could.
That's pretty tall. That's tall enough.
I think you got to be at least 6 foot to play.
How tall is Robert Pattinson?
He's tall. He's a tall fella.
Yeah. He looks like a model. He was probably. Isn't that what he was? Like, wasn't he a model before he did the vampires?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, he's 6'1".
Yeah. You could just wear some. What are those
platforms? Some platform shoes.
Platform shoes
hardcore boots.
Yeah. What's the ones that we had in high school? What were the ones that people wore in high school? Doc Martens.
Tap shoes. Oh yeah.
I always wanted Doc Martens. I don't even know why. Like, why did I want to look like that?
Yeah. Yeah, that's not really your vibe.
It's not? Yeah. I don't know what my vibe is. So. What is my vibe? What's my vibe? I'm not self-aware.
What is your vibe? Yeah.
Nerdy, geek person.
No.
That thinks he's cool but isn't.
I don't know, man. I'm trying to think. I think you could rock some, like, I don't know, some of that, like a skater shoe.
Yeah. Vans. Yeah.
A Vans, Vans could be, especially like for 98, 99. Yeah,
I always envied the skater crowd. I couldn't skate though. Like I tried It's like, man, I want to be cool, but I can't. I don't have balance.
Right. I once traded a neighborhood kid, like, oh gosh, what was it? I don't know. It might have been like a baseball card and a couple of bucks for a skateboard. And then some older kids came by and broke the skateboard in half.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So that was heartbreaking.
So mean.
It wasn't a great skateboard.
But that's something. That's really mean. That is a mean thing to do.
Yeah. Yeah, that
like,
was the
I
thing
feel
that
like
I was
now, like, did something happen to the kids? Did they get in trouble?
No.
Yeah.
No. Because at the time we lived in this, it was like a townhouse
apartment
community.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah. It's, oh gosh, what's it called? It's a co-op. Yeah. It's not technically apartments, but basically everyone who lives there technically buys in. So you own your deal. Either way, it was a hip place to live. There was like a bunch of playgrounds for us to utilize on all four corners, or no, on two corners of the like property. There were basketball goals, like pretty like formidable basketball, like full court deals. And then there was a baseball field off to the side. So it was fun because like it's in the south end of Louisville. So not right next to, but close enough. If you like went through the backwoods, you could connect to Evangel Christian Church. So every like couple of weeks would go by, and then two dudes wearing like short sleeve button ups with ties would come down and play basketball and be like, "So you guys ever want to like come to church?" It was like always having them like, we got free cookies and like orange juice and stuff.
Yeah. But speaking of orange juice,
come to church, man.
Remember, I'm all about that orange juice. Yeah.
Yeah, you're all on that fresh squeezed.
I'm on that fresh squeeze. I'm cheating. I got fresh squeezed orange. Do you say orange or orange?
No, I say orange.
Orange. Anyway, I got fresh squeezed orange juice, but I cheated. I bought it from Paul's Fruit Market.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Hey, gotta support Paul's,
but
man.
it's so good. Paul's it's so good. Yeah, no, it's worth it. It just feels magical. I don't know.
That's great.
I don't know what else to say. You gotta get on the orange juice. Get on it.
I got this pipe leaking in my house, so we are turning off the water intermittently throughout the day so that the leaking in the kitchen ceiling doesn't get worse. So I'm just filling up my water bottles and then chugging those out throughout the day. Turn the water on again at night. Do all the nighttime stuff. Shut it back off. Come on, plumbers showing up today.
Yeah, I can't do it. I can't drink tap water. I don't know. I'm such a snob, like a water snob.
Oh man, that Louisville tap. It's world renowned.
They say that, but I've seen what's in the bottom of the barrel there. What's left over after you filter it.
Yeah, if you're doing your own distilling and whatnot, that's
you see it. There's stuff in there and you're drinking it. It's pretty gross.
Look, it tastes better than Florida water. Florida water's
that's dank.
The worst. Yeah. That is just yuck. Texas water was not great. It was fine. New York water was a lot better than I anticipated.
Yeah, you hear all the stories about New York being so gross, and then it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah. And evidently it's the water in New York that makes the bagels good. Something about
they put antipsychotics. I heard they did that in New York. I don't know if it's I remember
I don't think that has to do with the bagels, but
makes it a certain flakiness. You gotta when you bake those out.
Yeah, those antipsychotics, they really
is that true? I remember reading that when I was a kid. I don't know. The water in New York, because I don't know where I read it. It's probably some made up article on the internet.
Yeah, the only thing I've heard of is the fluoride.
Yeah, and I've read several articles on fluoride, and it's definitely not good for you. Like, all the research says it's bad for you, and then they recommend it anyway. They're like, but we still recommend.
We got a whole bunch of people who don't brush their teeth, so.
Jeez. So just like basically
simple cost benefit.
Well, one of the main side effects of fluoride is it makes you docile. Yeah. So there's that. Way to go us for bringing all this up. Yeah, down the rabbit hole. So
So the nevers, huh?
Yeah, down the rabbit hole. Docile.
What a word.
Like, I never knew what it meant. I was like, oh, docile. That's probably something beneficial. Yeah. It sounds like a nice word. How much of this am I going to have to cut out?
We're doing great. Yeah. We're doing great.
Yeah, I don't know. We always go somewhere uncomfortable.
Right. Orange juice.
No fluoride in orange juice.
No fluoride in orange juice.
Yeah.
Those oranges got sprayed by DEET. No, I'm kidding.
It's possible, but like the outside, like it's protected, like an orange is protected, like everything in the orange is very likely fairly pure.
But if the fruit is born out of the whole plant.
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Yeah. Yeah. Get your organic oranges.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Again, Paul's Fruit Market. You can't go wrong.
Yeah. This should be a Paul's Fruit Market.
How do we get their sponsorship?
We should go talk to Paul.
Hey Paul, what's your thoughts on systemic racism?
Yeah.
Come listen to our
two white guys talking about systemic racism. Yeah.
That's right. So, here's the fun part about the Nevers that I've had a mental hurdle that it's been difficult for me to get over. A lot of the characters, or the actors, so almost every actor in this show I have not seen in stuff before.
I was going to say
The actors that I've seen before are the Beggar King, obviously Nick Frost. He's been in a million things. He's awesome. He was in Shaun of the Dead. He was in Snow White and the Huntsman.
I wonder if it has something to do with Joss Whedon making a show that is woman centric, and then
I think
who's gonna hop on?
He likes to discover people.
Like one woman actress is gonna want to be like, hey, let me go get uncomfortable on.
I think the plumber's calling me.
Let me go get touched. Okay.
Hello. All right. Plumber is 25 minutes away.
Oh, okay. The ETA on getting your pipes fixed. Yeah.
Super important.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I feel like Joss likes to discover people. I feel like that's kind of part of his whole deal. Unless he's like pulling from people that he's already used. It feels like he likes to work with the same people a lot.
But we're not seeing any of those same people pop up here. That's your point, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So actors that we know, or that I knew going in. Nick Frost, Pip Torrens, who was on, oh gosh, why can't I think of that? Preacher. Yeah, he was on Preacher.
The guy
Fantastic
who was
show if you haven't watched that. No, that guy played young Howard Stark.
We watched the first, I want to say 2 seasons of Preacher. There's like several seasons, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It just, I don't know, it was kind of heavy, right?
Yeah, like it was a little heavy.
Yeah.
But it was also just like weird and abstract too. Either way, I really enjoyed it. It was a bloody mess, and that was fun.
Yeah, it was like very gory.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just weird. I don't have any problems with poking at like Catholicism or anything, but it was just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It wasn't, I don't know. I just didn't see any good in like any character. You know what I mean? There was no like redeeming, like no character
like that everybody's an anti-hero.
Yeah, everybody's terrible.
Or trying to be.
Yeah. No. Just I wanted to root for somebody and I didn't know who to like. It's just I don't like the Preacher right now. Like
right. No, I get that.
Yeah.
So Pip Torrens played her hair star or whatever, dude with the scar over his eye in the second season.
Guy.
Yeah. And then the third person, Ben Chaplin, who plays the cop, the investigator. He in a bunch of stuff.
He's been in it. Yeah, I've seen him before. Yeah.
Yeah. But all the other people are people that I don't know, but they remind me very clearly of other people.
In real life, yeah.
Or of other actors. So like it took me 2.5 episodes to be like, yo, the main girl, Amalia, Molly, is not Kristen Ritter.
Yeah, she has the Kristen Ritter.
She gives off. And she has real like Jessica Jones vibes too. Drinks too much, swears too much, like ready to get in a fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the steampunk inventor chick gives off like Chloe Fineman from SNL vibes. She's one of the like newer people on SNL. She does a lot of impressions.
I have a hard time. Like I tried to keep watching. It's just not. Their political stances are just so overt. It's just, I don't know. It's hard to watch. I used to love SNL. I used to love it. Like I used to really enjoy it. Like back in the Adam Sandler, Norm Macdonald days. Right. Norm Macdonald doing the news. That was the best.
Yeah, no. Norm Macdonald doing Weekend Update is probably, I would say, I really liked the Amy Poehler, Tina Fey Weekend Update and the Tina Fey, Jimmy Fallon update, but Norm's was such like a own thing.
You just never saw the jokes coming. Like they just, just wait. You're like, wait, what? Like,
yeah, no, it was next level. It was next level. And that was coming off of like Dennis Miller really made Weekend Update a thing again. And then Kevin Nealon did a great job. So like coming off of 2 really solid Weekend Updates, then going into Norm Macdonald, and then Colin Quinn comes in and he didn't wreck it completely, but Colin Quinn's Weekend Update was just like,
it was something. Yeah, it was dumb.
Just a train wreck. It was just a train wreck, and you watch it for the train wreck. But so the tonal shift into Tina Fey and Jimmy Fallon coming off Colin Quinn, it was like a real like shift in what Weekend Update was. So I enjoyed that. But yeah, Norm Macdonald was great.
Oh, okay. Whoops. This is the first image. By the way, we're going to talk about this.
So the crow guy, the guy who's into birds.
Oh yeah.
He reminds me of Andrew Scott.
A little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Like less sexually charismatic.
Yeah. Do you feel like they had those characters in mind and then they couldn't get the actors? I feel like that's what happened.
For me, like it was a little more than. Oh, sorry, Olivia Williams. I did know who she is as well. She's
Mary,
the bird guy's sister.
Proud did recognize Mary. She was in the Spanish Princess or one of those princes.
One of them stars shows.
One of those stars shows.
Yeah. So. No, this is the chick who was in Rushmore. She's the bird guy's sister who's in the wheelchair, who finances the whole.
Oh, that's
orphanage.
his sister. I always thought it was his mom.
No, so I've seen her and stuff. But either way, yeah, there's just a lot of like doppelganger type actors in this show that I keep associating with other actors, and then halfway through I have to be like, no, that's not Krister.
She's her own person. Yeah, this is it's hard. It's
and
even
she
for me.
Great job. She does a great job.
Great,
she's awesome.
It's harder for me because for whatever reason the names aren't sticking. Like the characters really, I don't know if they're not developed or if it's just they don't say the names often enough in the show, but the names aren't sticking with me. So I've got Amalia, the main girl, and I got Malady because they keep saying it, but like all the other names, I don't know.
Bonfire Annie, that one's easy to remember.
That's easy to remember. Gosh, Bonfire Annie. So why is it that every time they show Bonfire Annie, I think I've got a picture. Every time they show her, it's like this slow motion, like
it's definitely like
pans and goes like super slow and like dramatic, and then it's like back to normal filming.
You know how I feel like in certain X-Men movies, they always want to be like, hey, this person right here could kill everybody if they wanted to. You know, they've got like crazy power. I feel like Magneto is that, and so I get like big time like Magneto E vibes from her, where it's just like at any point in time, like she is the most powerful.
And it's the most powerful. Okay, we get it. But she's not the main character, like at all, or anywhere close to. That's the weird thing about it. Shouldn't you like want this girl on your team? You know what I mean? I don't know. It just seems like they're just very nonchalant about this girl. And then I'm doing my own thing. I'm Bonfire Annie. I mean, I get it. That's the character. But it's just, she's not on the screen that much. And when she is, a lot of times it's in slow motion. It's very strange. It takes me out of it.
Yeah, I think that it might be one of those leave them wanting more kind of a situation.
Do we need more high-speed shots? Yeah. Here is, what's her name? I see, I had a giant girl.
Primrose?
Yeah, I think so. Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
This always takes me out, too, because I feel like the aspect ratio of hers, or not, the size of her is not necessarily the same in another building or whatever. Like, it doesn't seem consistent, because, like, she'll be in a room, right, in a giant bed, but in this picture, there's no way she would fit in a room, because she's taller than the ceiling of whatever that is. So it's like they have there's some inconsistencies with the shots. The scale is what I'm trying to say.
15 feet?
This girl's huge. This is a giant. Yeah. And she's a girl, so she's going to grow up and be even more.
She's only like, 10 years old, 12 years old, something like that. So she don't get taller.
And I'm not sure that this qualifies as a superpower, though. I don't know. And when you think about it, and when you think about it, too.
Not everybody's qualifies as what you would call a superpower.
And what's her name? The girl's superpower is that she invents things.
Yes, she can see energy.
Oh, okay. See energy. Okay, that's different.
Yeah.
But they don't really it's more like, she made this fancy thing. I went along with it. It's like, but it could just be a normal. That would have been a more interesting story, I think. It was just like, I'm just a normal girl that hangs out. Yeah. I just hang out with these people and I make cool stuff.
Yeah. I think there's a certain element of, for her to be able to harness it to the degree, like she's able to advance technology by decades.
Yeah.
So I think, but at the same time, it's not 50 years worth of advanced technology. It's like 20.
Yeah, it's just
no wait. Yeah, when did cars happen?
Timeline technology.
Yeah.
Yeah. Steampunk.
Right.
Steampunk. Where did that come from? Where did steampunk come from?
Right.
We should Google the history of steampunk.
Yes.
No, let's not. We might. Are you?
I am not.
No. Okay.
I could.
I'm drinking orange juice.
Nice. Drinking coffee all day, every day.
I'm on I think this was my third coffee. I don't know.
Nice.
I really don't need to drink another one, but I probably will. All right, let's go over here. Malady.
I think she's doing a great job playing crazy, but like a justified crazy, or not justified.
I'm not even sure it's justified. She just murdered that guy at the.
She did, yeah. She did viciously murder that guy.
That was pretty. Like, it's hard to be on her side, but I feel like there's some reason we're supposed to be on her side, but it hasn't been explained. And maybe you know something about this. No, it's just not explained.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
I wish they would have given her like a proper motivation from the get, so you see where she's coming from. But maybe if they had done that, it might have spoiled some things. I'm not sure. Right. But it's like, I feel like we're supposed to, on some level, care about this character, but she's out there like being murdery, and we don't know why she's being murdery, so it's hard to like her. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think liking her is in the cards. But I think there is I also think not hating her is in the cards. I'll put it that way.
Okay. Because when they decided, let's go into spoiler territory. So if you're listening to this and you were not
if you're just
be spoiled,
I haven't started the show yet, but I'm thinking about it.
Just go ahead.
Stop listening.
Yeah, stop listening. Skip to the end. Maybe just come back.
Yeah.
We know there's 10 of you listening at least. And
right.
Yeah. And if you like the episode so far, do all the things.
Tell a friend.
Yeah.
Appreciate you being here.
And if we were terrible, then, just go on with your day and think about how lucky you are that you're not us. All right. Orange juice breaks. All right. So in episode 5, they decide as a group, the Touched decide to save Malady because she's also a Touched, supposedly, although I don't know what her power is. She's super strong or something.
Yeah, she's super strong, and especially when she's feeling pain.
Yeah. So they decide to go save her.
Yeah.
From being hanged for murder.
Man, really taking those vowels for a walk there. Being hanged for murder.
But it's strange to me. Why do they want to save someone? They're putting themselves at so much risk because they will be associating themselves with her. Why bother?
Because the public hanging, which has been established by the plot, that public hanging has been outlawed. So the only reason that they are publicly hanging her is because she is touched.
Okay. So they are, from their point of view, they are upholding the law by keeping her from being hanged. Is that what I'm getting?
Yes.
Are they going to rescue her and then put her in a prison? What is the plan?
I don't know what the plan is, because I know that because that was the one thing that Amalia said before they left was she doesn't come back here.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it was just gonna save her, cut her loose, let her go, whatever. I don't know if there was a plan outside of,
because you can't let her go and be morally okay with that because she's very murdery.
Yeah, she's gonna murder some more people. Yeah. That is in her realm of possibilities.
It's a very yeah. So what do you do with her? I was never on board with saving her. I didn't get it. I didn't, and maybe I'm just a terrible person, and then that would explain everything. Just explain to me why this makes sense, because I was not on board with it at all. What are you going to do? You make yourself look bad. Now they're going to associate murdery people with you. Can you explain this to me?
Okay, so the character's name that heads up the whole saving Malady, her name is Penance. So Penance's whole thing is, I think part of her as a character is to be the moral compass of the show. Certainly the moral compass for Amalia. I think Amalia looks at Penance as somebody who that's kind of her rock of good and bad. So the fact that they had differing opinions on this scenario is what made it an interesting
Yeah, we had some tension
for their tension, interesting for their dynamic, whatever. And so I think if it was okay, so if she's being executed under like normal circumstances as any normal murderer would have been, then I think it just kind of happens. But I think because this is a warning shot, a signal flare to all of the touched of we will break the law here. I think that, and I don't know, maybe penance is just like full blown against the death penalty. I don't know.
But are they breaking the law if they're doing it? You see what I'm saying? Aren't they the lawmakers? I don't know. I guess I'm confused about that. But then also
because it's a direct affront to the touched.
I'm getting it. I understand. But this is like a double bind as an action. Like there's no correct thing that the touched can do that will make them look better and not worse. If they save Malady, they're associating themselves with the kind of person that would save a killer. If they don't save Malady, they're being associated with somebody who's getting murdered for being murdery. So there's nothing they can do.
Yeah, it's not really a
situation.
Yeah, definitely.
It's the Sith. It's a Sith situation.
Yeah, the Kobayashi Maru.
You cannot win. You cannot win.
Yeah. So I think ultimately, like, what does happen where Malady flips the switch on him, figuratively, and she has a flip switch. So it is the like best case scenario for them.
Yeah. No, actually, what happened worked out probably in their advantage the most.
Yeah. We tried, didn't work. She had another plan. There we go.
Yeah, just that whole situation to me, I couldn't really get on either side of it. I was just like, why do they, I was like, there's no solution. Like there was no solution that would have worked in theory. Like they're screwed. And then why implicate themselves more by showing up? That's what I didn't understand.
And I think the other thing was there was that line about if we don't stand up to this, then it'll only get worse. So we have to make a stand on behalf of people that are touched.
But it will get worse when they make
the only way.
It will also get worse when they make the stand. That's my point.
True. No, agreed. But at least then,
because not all touched are murdery people. Yeah, they're trying to associate them with being murdery, but they're not really. So they don't really have it's not equal. It's not exactly the same. You know what I mean? I guess I assess the situation more like Amalia did. Maybe should not. Yeah.
I think with looking at all the things that are circling around, you've got, plumbers are here.
All right. So thank you for watching.
Thank you for listening.
So far.
Thank you for watching.
Listening. Yes, whatever. We're coming at you from the future.
That's right.
This is so meta. We're coming at you from the future.
That's right.
And up until this point, we've been pretty spoiler free, and I hope you've enjoyed listening. If you want to listen to the next part, it should be out in a couple of days. And
thank you. Yeah,
and thanks for doing all the likes and things.
Absolutely.
And whatnot.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, we're gonna go heavy spoiler, and if you haven't watched the show, now's a good time to do it.
Yeah, take a pause, sign up for the HBO Max, do the thing, check back in. Here we go.
And on that note, bye.
Bye.
Bye.